Morning, everyone. I just give a moment for the live stream just to kick in. For those of you who are joining us live, welcome very much to, or welcome to our last session of our 8-week program. So thank you ever so much for those of you who have joined us live throughout the 8 weeks. It's been great to see some of the regular names popping up on the screen, which is awesome. And obviously for those of you who are joining us via the recordings, great for you to have got to the 8th session as well, unless you're doing it in reverse order. So anyone who is new at joining us today, my name is Gilly Davey. I am a neurological physio based up in Auckland. I own a clinic called Connect Neurophysiotherapy, and I'm also the founder of the MS Get a Head Start program, which is an international program that is a 6-week intensive program looking at really empowering individuals with their self-management of MS through exercise and behavioural change elements. So it's been a real pleasure to work with the Auckland MS Society at providing these 8 sessions. So we've had 8 weeks, and over the 8 weeks, in the middle 6 weeks, we talked about the 6 core principles of MS and exercise. So what I'll do today is just recap those, just as a bit of a summary for today. So same as all of the other sessions, obviously health and safety wise, I haven't had the pleasure to be there to assess anyone. So please make sure that you do exercise within your own confines and limitations. Don't do anything that causes you pain or anything that you feel is going to be at risk to you. So please be very careful and sensible when you are exercising. This class is set for those individuals with MS who have the ability to get on and off the floor with relative ease. So if you'd like to set yourself up with a sturdy chair and something comfortable on the ground, so either a yoga mat or a rug or a towel or something, so you can do some of that ground exercises, that is great. If there is any exercises that aren't suitable for you, then please feel free to miss those and just do one of the previous ones we may have done. We are doing a total of 9 exercises. We're going to do, they're split up in 3 lots of 3, so we get to have a bit of a break in between each set of 3. Each exercise we do 3 times for 30 seconds, so 30 seconds of exercise, 30 seconds of rest. I'll demonstrate each exercise first of all, so you can see what you need to do and what equipment you might need regarding is it seating or standing on the ground, and then we'll go and do the exercise together for the 30 seconds. So hopefully that is all clear for everyone. I'm just going to tweak our camera view a little bit. I'll just bring us into here. Okay, do make sure that you've got your ice cold water at hand as well to ensure that you keep hydrated, but help to keep that heat sensitivity and that neuromuscular fatigue down by having lots of ice cold water. So make sure you sit up there. And what we'll do is start off with a little bit of a warm up. Okay, so have your chair positioned so that you can hold it if need to, and what we're going to do is just start with a bit of a march, okay, just swinging those arms, just starting to wake up those arms and legs a little bit here. Good, then as we march, let's just make our arms as a fist, and what we're going to do is box straight above your head, okay, opposite arm to knee. Now if going straight above you, okay, is a little bit sore, okay, you can come out in front. Sorry about out of time there. Now if you need a hand on for balance, okay, we can do one arm, okay, and then you can change around and do the other side. But we're going to box and march at the same time. Good, a couple more. Excellent. Now what we're going to do here is just up onto your tiptoes, back onto your heels, lift your toes up. So again, hold on to something if you need to. We're just warming up those ankles as we go tiptoe, toes up, heels up, toes up, heels up, toes up. Couple more. Excellent. And then we're going to just take it nice and wide and we're just going to do some squats. Again, you can be holding on to something, okay? If it's available to you and you can squat down, come up into a nice big star, Let's just do a few of those. Good, a couple more. Nice, okay, and now we're going to go for a heel kick. So I'm going to keep the legs out wide, and you're kicking the heel up to your bum, but you're also getting a bit of a side lean on as well. So shifting our weight right over from one side to the other while we kick our heels up to our bottoms. We can also bring in some skier arms with this. That's it, a couple more. Good, and then we'll just do a bit of shoulder rotation. So nice big arms backwards, both arms at the same time. Good, and forwards. Excellent, and then hands onto shoulders, and we're going to take elbows round, one at a time forwards, and then elbows round backwards. Excellent. All right, so our first exercises is going to be in standing. I'm just going to level up our camera a little bit, just so that, there we go, we're a little bit more level with the mat. So there we go, a bit more level. All right, so with our standing exercises, we're actually going to start with our side lunge. Now with the side lunge, I'd recommend that you might need to hold something in front of you, okay, for a little bit of support. I've just actually noticed that our camera is on quite an angle. Hang on a moment, I think I was trying to straighten the camera. There we go, that's better. Doesn't look like I'm about to fall off the screen. Okay, so hands on a chair in front, okay, we're going to have the feet together and you are going to side lunge, change legs, side lunge. Now if you don't need to hold on, you can have one hand that changes, okay, or you can go with no hands. But the support is in front, we're taking a really big step out and we're then lunging, bending the leg that we've just stepped out onto, okay? So we're going to do this for 30 seconds. 3 times. I'll just get our timer set up. Okay, getting ready. I'll beep us in. Oh, it's a bit quiet, hang on. Off we go, we're going. I'm just turning up the beeper a little bit. Okay, so we're side lunge. As I say, hold on to something if you need to. So the first time around, we're going to just really get ourselves going, okay? And this should be hard work. You should be getting yourself a bit out of breath, heart rate up, and if you're not, you just need to increase the intensity. Beautiful, so that was our timer, so stop there. So we've got 30 seconds rest, okay? Feel free to grab as many drink breaks as you need in 30-second rests. Put my drink out the way a little bit, otherwise I keep tempting to kick it over. And we've got 2 more lots of that side lunge. So we're getting ready to go in 5 seconds time. So say hands on if you need to. And we're off we go from side to side, that's it. This is good, team. So you'll probably be feeling a bit of stretch on that inner groin. That's good. So you're really moving your weight over to that side leg. Okay, the one that's going outwards, weight onto there. Excellent, well done. So sideways movements are really good movements to work on our balance and our coordination as well as our strength. So if you are walking along and you lose your balance, that it's in your movement pattern very quickly, just to sidestep and save yourself, okay? We don't practice these things to the side, and they're not always there when we need them. All right, getting ready, last round. Good. So see if you can bend the bend leg a little bit more, stick that bottom down a bit more, which will mean we might need to fold at your chest. So you're really starting to work those glute muscles. We're getting down nice and low. Good. If you like being on a mat, you can see if you can try and get right off the end of the mat each time. Take that nice long stride. Excellent. Well done. That is our first exercise done. Our next one. Oh, our next one is a dual task, okay? So something a little bit complex to do. So what we're going to do is... Oh, thank you. Sorry, that was just a courier that's just come on in our live session. So what we're going to do here is we are going to clap your thighs, clap your hands, click, click, okay? Thighs, hands, click, click. Thighs, hands, click, click. Thighs, hands, click, click. Okay, so hopefully everyone's got that. To make it a little bit more challenging is that you're going to change which hand you click with first. So we're going to go thighs, hands, right, left, thighs, hands, left, right, thighs, hands, right, left, thighs, hands, left, right. Okay, so that's what you're doing with your hands. Now, if that was complex enough in itself, you can stay just with hands. If you think you've got that and you want to make this a little bit more challenging, we're going to march on the spot at the same time. So we're going to go marching, thighs, hands, click, click, thighs, hands, click, click. Okay? So to say, it's just a bit of a brain one while keeping moving. You can do just arms or arms and legs. No one's allowed to do just legs. That's called cheating. Okay, getting ready? Good, so we've got thighs, hands, click, click, thighs, hands, click, click. Again, trying to go right hand clicks to the left, and now left hand clicks to the right. Okay, I'm not going to talk you through it, but see if you can time yourself. Excellent, well done. If you managed to keep up with that one, that was awesome. Really well done, team. Okay, so what we've now got is exactly the same. We've got our 3 dots of that, okay? So to say here, it's good for working on some hand function, trying to click, okay, as well as being nice and clear with the clapping. So if you've got one slightly weaker arm, you've got to work quite hard to make sure that that does make a good loud clap. Okay, getting ready? Off we go. So we've got thighs, tap, click, click, thighs, tap, click, click. Good, keep that going. Not so good at clicking on my left or my right. So you might be a bit like me as I was saying, I can't quite make a sound on my left, whereas my right I can, so you'll see one side doesn't do quite the same as the other side. All right, so we've got one more round of those. It's a shame that I can't see everyone else's video with the webinar, otherwise this could be quite funny to see how everyone else is doing. All right, getting ready. All right. All right, let's see how loud you can be on your claps, and snaps, and clicks. And you're still changing the click hands, so one time it be to the right, and one time it be to the left. Well done. All right, the next one, team, is you need the chair behind you, okay? So we are going to do squat holds. So what happens with the squat holds is your feet are nice and wide, okay? We're going to come down like you're going to sit on the chair, but you're not. You're going to hold it there, okay? Now, you can hold it there if you can for the whole 30 seconds. Otherwise, you might just hold it for 3 or 4 seconds, come back and join us, might hold it for 10, have a little rest, come back and join us. Okay, so I'm going to try and hold it for 30 seconds. Okay, but you're just holding it for as long as what you can. It will be a really good 5 burner. Okay. Good, so we're in this squat hold, so it's just a couple of inches off the chair. Make sure your shoulders are nice and broad, so I don't want to see anyone rolled up. Okay, broad shoulders, tummy pulled into spine. Weight should be in your heels, not your toes. That's 15 seconds. Squat holds for 30 seconds are really hard work. Should feel a real burn in these thigh muscles. We've got another 5. And sit down there and just give them a little shake off. Okay, so we've got another 2 sets of that. As I say, you just hold for as long as what you can. Okay, and then you can go from there. If anyone can join me on 30, that's great. But make sure we keep the form, keep the chests up, core turned in, bottoms back. Okay, getting ready. Okay, and then up we come into our squat hold. All right, let's see if we can hold it there. Like core muscles in, shoulders back, thumbs down. That's halfway. Five to go. Good. Woo. Give that a little shake out. Well done. So squat holds are not pleasant, but they're very good. They're very good for strengthening those muscles. Okay, I've just got one more round of that. And then we're going to have a little quick rest break, and then we get down to the ground. Okay, getting ready. Off we go, so holding here. Good, so you get a little lower, chest up, tummy in. That's a bit halfway. See if you can hold it a little longer. If you are having some rest, see if you can go a little bit more. We've got 5 seconds to go. Oh, well done. Give a little shake out, either sitting or standing. Excellent. Have a drink. That's our first 3 exercises done. Okay, so to recap, okay, when we talk about exercise, exercise is non-essential, okay, because we live in a day and age now where it's really easy not to be active. We have cars, we've got washing machines, we've got things from leaf blowers to online supermarket shopping. You know, we live in a life of convenience now, so we don't live how our human body was designed, evolved to live thousands of years ago, which was to be on 2 feet, have 2 arms, that we could push, pull, carry, hunt, gather, you know, walk, marathon a day, etc. So, and the convenience of our current inactivity of day-to-day life now has only evolved since our industrial revolution and our technology revolution, which both of those have only happened in the last 1 to 2 max lifetimes. And as we know with evolution, we don't evolve within one lifetime. You know, it's years and years of evolution that creates that. So being active is non-negotiable now, but when it comes to being active and managing your MS, obviously there's complexities. There's your fatigue, there's heat sensitivity, as well as actual impairments like muscle weakness, you know, numbness, sensory changes, etc. So the MS Get a Head Start program incorporates 6 core principles that if you can apply these 6 core principles, you can apply them to any type of exercise. Now, when it comes to MS, you know, walking isn't necessarily any better than cycling, it isn't any better than swimming, it isn't necessarily any better than Tai Chi. It all comes down to what your personal needs are at the time, okay? So, for example, we've got our 6 core principles, which is high intensity. You've got to be working hard enough to get puffing and panting, out of breath. If you want to release all those hormones to help look after your brain and drive things like neuroplasticity and revitalization. But to achieve that high intensity, we must be based on intervals, so exactly what we're doing at the moment. It's our 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Okay, to allow time to A, keep your heat levels down, but also to help reduce neuromuscular fatigue, to allow you to produce a better strength and fitness load without necessarily becoming or weakness. We've got our specificity. Everyone with MS is individual. You are going to have specific things of a certain hand weakness or a foot drop or some form of symptom that is often going to need some specific input at the time. Generalized exercise won't cover that specific problem until it gets addressed. Your exercises need to be challenging. That's our core principle that unfortunately, if you want to create change, if you keep just doing the same old things, you won't change. The challenge is really important. Then we've got frequency. Okay, unfortunately, it doesn't matter if you're an Olympic athlete 5 years ago, it's about what you do day to day now. So about being frequent with your exercise. So we say 3 to 4 times a week, getting you puffing and panting out of breath, and twice a week strength training. So that's 5 days a week of purposeful exercise, as well as just being active as well. And then the last principle is our fun. Okay, we can say it doesn't matter what type of exercise you do, it's something that you've got to comply with and do regularly to make sure it's something that you enjoy as well. Awesome, so that's just a little recap of what we've gone over in more detail over the last 7 weeks. So our next set of exercises are down on the ground. So come on down on the toilet, and we are starting with side planks. So actually, I'll just drop the screen a little bit so you can see me a bit easier. So this one is side planks. Okay, so there's a couple of versions of side planks. Okay, we've got on your knees. So bend your feet to your bum, bring your knees back a little bit so you're in a straight line here. So your knees aren't here. Okay, and then use your hand as needed. Elbow is underneath your shoulder. You're going to pop yourself up and balance just on your knees and your shoulder. Nice straight line. Okay. That's our level 1. Okay, you go up for as long as you can hold it, even if it's just for a couple of seconds. Come down and then join us. Back up and hold. If that is easy, you can go to our level 2, which is a side plank on your feet. Okay. So I'm going to start with one on my knees. I recommend starting on your weaker side, so you get to work your weaker side twice. Okay, so on our sides. Okay, so popping up. So I'm on my knees and on my elbow, and I'm trying to create a really nice straight line, and I'm really driving my hips up to the ceiling as well as forwards towards the computer screen here. That's 15 seconds. Good, 5 to go. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to flip over and we can do the other side. So you can either swap, roll over or flip over, whatever's yours. So we can either do another one on your knees, okay? Or if you want to have a go at trying to do a level 2, then that's having your legs out straight. Okay, getting yourself ready, set up, and then off we go, up we come, and we're holding it here for 30 seconds. So hips up high, shoulders back, so a nice straight lines, and we're holding it there. Good, we've got 10 to go. Beautiful, and down. And now we're going to swap it over. So you can choose to do this last round on whichever side you found more difficult. Okay, if you do both lots on your knees, maybe have a go at doing them on your feet. If you're finding on your feet it's difficult, maybe start on your feet and you can drop down to your knees. Okay, everyone getting ready. Up we go. Okay, we've got 30-second hold here. That's halfway. Excellent, and stop there. All right, so that's that one done. We are now on to our clamshell. So we can be, you can stay on the side you are on, okay, or you can go onto the other side. Got your body down. This time, heels to bum, but your knees can be forward a little bit. And we're going to do clamshells. What happens here is our heels stay together. Our core muscles stay turned on, so we're not rolling our body back. Body stays nice and still. The only thing that's working is lifting your knee up, like you open your book, and then when you bring it down, you just keep it about an inch or a centimetre off the other knee, so you don't let it collapse down, okay? You can support your head with your hand, or you can lie down flat, whatever's comfortable to you. And we've got 3 lots of 30 seconds of this, okay? Off we go. The clamshells are really good for strengthening your hips, your pelvis, and your hip strength and pelvis strength is absolutely vital for your standing balance, but also for how well you walk. Very common as we get older, but also if we've got sat down office jobs, we get weak glutes. These clamshells are really good. Excellent. Okay, so moving over to the other side. Exactly the same exercise, just flip yourself around. So, knees stacked on top, ankles on top, pull your feet up towards your shins a little bit so that you've got your dorsiflexors engaged, not your calf muscles. So your dorsiflexors are your shin muscle. Okay, and then we're going to be doing our lift from here. Okay. I often find it quite good to have a hand on a hip, okay, one or just on your glutes so you can feel those glute muscles working, okay, but also that you can check that you're not cheating and rolling that hip backwards too, so you are staying nice and stable. This is good. Excellent. So you can either stay on your weaker side up, so you're on your good side, your weaker side up that you can strengthen, okay? We can change around at 15 seconds if you want, but it's a bit of a gap change around at 15, so depending if you roll. So you choose if you want to double up, okay? On one side, I will call out 15. I'm just going to stay on one side though. Up we go. Nice and slow movement, this one, so this isn't a fast movement. This is about trying to activate some quite small muscles, okay, deep in your glutes, deep in your bottom, as well as some of those big muscles as well. So that's halfway, flip around if you wanted to. Excellent. All right, so what we've got now is bridges. And now we haven't done our bridges for a while. So, with your bridges lying on your back, legs bent up, and you want your heels relatively close to your bottom. So if you can touch your heels with your fingers, that'll be nice and close. And then make sure your feet are hip width apart. So they're not to be as wide as the mat, but I don't want them touching either. So hip width apart is where your feet and knees are. Okay, so our bridge isn't just a lift up of the pelvis. What I want you to think about doing is curling. Okay, so one vertebrae at a time, you curl the pelvis up, okay, and then we're going to curl the pelvis down. So we're all going to do the first level 1 together for the first 30 seconds, and then I'll talk about level 2 and into level 3 in the next round. Okay, but everyone, it's a good one to start. Everyone together, just engaging that pelvic lift. So we're rolling one vertebrae at a time, and then rolling back down. Good. Nice and slow. You want to make this one just a little bit more challenging. You can just take your arms across your chest, just to make sure that you're not cheating and putting all the weight through your elbows or your hands. If this is too unstable, okay, then do just pop your hands back down, face. Excellent, well done. So stay. Those who found it easy, you can have your arms across your chest. Level 2, what we're going to do is you're going to come up, you're going to hold it up, and then you're just going to lift one leg up and then the other leg. Trying to not let that pelvis dip from one side to the other. Okay? So you can either stay at level 1, just going up and down, or you can join me at level 2 doing the walking bridge. Okay? So walking bridge, we're just going to squeeze those glutes and just change with one leg and the other. You can go down and reset at any time. And again, if this is easy for anyone, you can actually also take your arms out of this one. Beautiful, and down. Okay, next one is kind of an in-between a level 1 and a level 2. Okay, so you can choose what you want, but it's a bit different. You're going to come up into a bridge, but then what you're going to do is go up onto your tiptoes. So you're going to be in a bridge and on your tiptoes, and you're just going to do little pulses to the ceiling while staying on your tiptoes. So it's just activating some slightly different muscles. So you can choose whether you do 1, 2, or this, we'll call this one 2.5. So 2.5 is up onto your tiptoes, your heels are off the ground, and you're just doing this little pulsing bridge at the top, really squeezing those glutes each time. And you'll feel this burn a little bit more in your hamstrings and your glutes and your calf muscles. This is what we call your posterior chain form. Excellent, and roll back down. Well done. So that is our floor ones done. All of our next ones are up and standing. So we'll head on back up and standing. But we've got a little break now, so if you want to have a drink anyway. And really what I'll just talk about in this little break is that obviously we've got all our recordings. So we have got the 8 weeks that we've done here, which are loaded on our YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and then Google Anaesthetic Head Start, you can sign up there. And we've got the 8 weeks of the ones we've just done, but we also have 3 previous recordings of this level of exercise from what we've done in one of the lockdowns. And there's also on there 3 recordings of those whose MS is a little bit more affected, that is more of a chair-based program. So if you are joining us and you're like, well, quite a few of these exercises are a little bit too much, feel free to go and have a look at the chair-based exercises, or if you know someone else who hasn't been able to do this 8 weeks because of their, their impairments, that there is 3 hours of some just chair-based exercises as well. So it has been a pleasure to run these classes. And hopefully now that we've got this recording as a resource, that I really do hope that you guys do use recording regularly. All right, so our last 3 exercises, we're just going to get our cardio back up with some speed boxing. So 30 seconds, first round, just boxing straight out in front, okay? Getting ready, and off we go. Just nice and quick, out in front. Try and keep the core turned on so you're not wobbling around too much like this. Okay, so the thumbs turned on, core's turned on, so it's just the arms boxing forwards and backwards. Nice and quick. Let's get that heart rate up. well done. Give those arms a little shake out. Okay, so the next round, what we'll do is a speed ball. So that is one arm over the other like a little ball. And what we're going to do is whatever height is good for you. So ideally up above your head, but if you get sore shoulders, your arms run out of speed, you can just do it in front of you. Okay. All right, off we go. Nice speed ball above your head. Go as quick as you can. Good reverse. That's just going the other way around. Try and keep it nice and high, nice and fast. And let's reverse again. We're going back the other direction. Good, really quick. And change again. So changing directions. 5 seconds to go. Good, okay. And our last speed box, we're going to do some undercuts at speed. So there's a little bit more of a body movement. So you're going to swoop under and doing an undercut. So you're going to go really nice and fast with those undercuts. Okay? So we're going to go in 10 seconds. Okay, get ready. Nice tight fist. All right. And we'll put some power in, and those undercuts are just stopping just short of your chin. Okay, so they're going through, so we're not going all the way up. Okay, we're just having a power and then a stop phase. Good, keep going. Real undercut, undercut, power, power. Got last couple. Good, well done. All right, new one for the team today is our wood chop, okay? So just working on a bit of flexibility of your balance. Again, if you need to have a hand holding on, okay, either from the side or from the front, please do. But I'll just demonstrate the exercise first so you can see where you might need some support, okay? Is that you can either use one hand or both hands. You're going to come down, so if you're using one hand, it's opposite hand to foot. And then we're going to go out and turn our body kind of 90 degrees. And you see I've turned my feet to 90. So I'm going to come down, bend your legs as much as you need to, and up. And now if you bring in both arms in, okay, we're going to go down to the foot, both arms up. Okay, so it's kind of a high to low movement, twisting the feet. As I say, if you need to hold on to something, then you can just hold on to something as well. So you position yourself where it's going to work for you, and we're going to do our wood chop. Okay, so we're going to start coming down to the right foot. So it's left arm to right foot. Good, so we're here. And we're twisting. So if you need to hold on to something to the side of you, that's good. And then if you can do both arms, excellent. High to low. It's working on our balance and some strength and some flexibility. Bend your legs as needed to get nice and low. Couple more. Beautiful. All right, so we'll have a little rest, shake that out, and then we're going to do exactly the same, the other side. Okay, so you might need to just reposition yourself for where your support is. So it's right hand to left foot, and then it's a 90-degree turn to face the side. Okay, 5 seconds to go, so getting ready. Good, so we're going down and up, down and up, and then we can bring our hands in. Okay, we're going to do both hands. If you can get light on that left foot, so your left heel comes up and twists as you come up and down, that would be excellent. Good, last couple. Beautiful. All right, so for the last set, we're going to go 15 seconds one side, 15 seconds the other side. So we'll start with hands going down to the right leg. okay? So you're going right leg to left top corner. And then after 15, we'll change it. Okay, so getting ready to go in 5 seconds. So left hand's going to right foot. Off we go, so we're here. Good. Bring in both hands if you can. So say bend your knees as much as you need to come down low. And change there. Okay, so now right hand to left foot. Last couple. Excellent. Well done. All right, our very last exercise is our one leg alphabet. So just slow it all down, work on a bit of balance. Okay? So what you're going to do here, it's best to have your support surface to the side of you. Okay, so that's something to hold on to. You're going to try and spend the whole 30 seconds on one leg without locking your knee. And you're going to write the alphabet with your 3 legs as we go A, B, C, D. So you're drawing the letter with the 3 legs, okay? If you cannot hold on and work on your balance while you do this, that's even better. Okay, so everyone ready? So, fingertips on if needed. Let's see if you can work through the alphabet and just keep track of where you got to. It can be lowercase or uppercase. Oh, I just got to Z myself. You may have only got to B, that's all fine. Okay, every time you have to put your foot down or your hand down, you can start back at A again. It's good to see how far you can get through. To say, if you can do it without holding on and you just put your foot down with balance, rather than your hand, that's going to just drive those saving reactions correctly a little bit more. Okay? All right, so getting ready for the next round. On the other leg, off we go. So we can compare legs now. Excellent. So hopefully you're doing really well. You would have got to about the same letter on both legs, but you may very well have one leg a lot more challenging than the other. So whichever was your most challenging leg, let's stay on that one. Otherwise, we'll do a 50-50. Okay, and I'll let you know when we get to the 15-second mark that you can swap. This is your last exercise of the day and last one of our 8-week program. Okay, getting ready, and then let's start. And change, and start at A again. And well done, guys. Big round of applause. That is us done on the exercises. So let's just do a few little stretches here. Lower our support surface. We'll just take that into a nice big lunge step behind you. Stretch that out. Make sure the heels are on the ground and that you're not leaning forward. You're pushing your hips forward, but shoulders are back. Excellent. And then you're just going to change legs. So we're just going to hold it here. Nice big stretch. towards you. You're going to see if you can get hold of your ankle, okay, to stretch your quads. Now you might just be hold of your trouser leg if you can't quite get your ankle. You're just going to hold it here and just stretch out those muscles. Good, and then change legs. Great, and then just give that a little bit of a shake out. We'll take one arm across your chest and just hold that here. Just make sure your shoulders aren't round by your ears, bring your shoulders down. And then shake that out. We'll just take the other arm across. Nice, and then we'll just finish off a little bit of a side bend. So just reaching right over the side. Okay, you can push your hips out to the side as well, just really emphasize that side stretch. Really good if you've got a bit of a wobbly gait. Okay, just to make sure that you're not getting too stiff on one side. Excellent, well done everyone. Big round of applause for everyone who has joined us at any stage of this 8-week program. For those who have done all 8 weeks, that's fabulous. For those of you who have just done the odd one, that's also great. Hopefully you found it enjoyable, hard work and educational is obviously always the plan. At the end of the video, you'll see that you can contact us via the gilly@ns-ghs.com. So if anyone does have any questions about the program or wants to know more about how they can participate in the program, then do obviously get in touch. For those of you who just sent me Merry Christmas, yep, it is, so those who are joining us maybe on the recorded version at some point, we're not far off Christmas and New Year now, so I hope everyone has a good Christmas and New Year, and make sure you keep exercising, set yourself some lovely aspirational goals for the new year, and as I say, if anyone has been doing this program and realizes that they have got some specific impairments that need to be worked on, then do have a look for your local neurological physio. You can also go onto the MS Get a Head Start website page and go under Find a Provider, and you can find both physios, exercise physiologists and personal trainers who have completed this program from a training perspective. So they've gone through all the educational material and have all the access to and be able to train you in this program as well. So again, thank you very much for all of you who have joined us live throughout the last 8 weeks and those who are joining us on the recorded version. It's been a pleasure. I've definitely had a good little workout each time we've done it. And I look forward to meeting some of you either virtually or face-to-face in the time to come. All right, take care everyone. Bye.